Stop talking, guys. So, question number 18. What it's asking you is it's asking you this specific thing. It says that you got like $5,000 in total to spend, right? And it's saying that you're going to take a small amount of the money, say a value X, all right? And we're going to put it in a certain account. That certain account is going to give you about 5% interest. And in this case, it says that you're getting 5% in a specific account, and then for the rest of the money that you got, right? The rest of the money is going to be saved in a 7.2% GIC, right? So what you want to really do is you want to start by letting your X and Y variables be attached to the specific accounts. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let X be the money that's invested in the account that gives me 5%, right? And then I do the same thing for the Y value. I say, let the Y be the money that's going to be invested in the GIC at 7.2%. Now, based on that, you should be able to get an equation, right? So the total is 5,000. So how could I relate X and Y with 5,000? Yes. Excellent. She said X plus Y is 5,000, right? So we're going to call that equation 1. Okay? Now for equation 2, we have to find some way to relate the 5% and the 7.2% accounts and relate them to the interest that's made in a year. It says here, as your last statement, if she has earned $349 over the year, right? How much money, how much money for each part would I have put in, right? So in order to come up with that next equation, you have to start thinking about percentages, right? So if I had X amount sitting in the regular account at 5%, how would I represent its interest if I was using the letter X or Y? Any ideas? All right. Percent means out of 100, right? What's 5% as a decimal, guys? Louder. Right. So in that case, we're going to have 0.05x as what we start with, right? And that's the percentage of interest. Sorry, that's the interest that we made for that one account. So if I want the second account, I got to go and use 0.072y. And how much is that going to be equal to, guys? That's right, 349. So now that you've got your 349, let's talk about how we can relate this nice system. So you notice how when I write a system, I always kind of write like a little brace beside it so that they're kind of together, right? All right, together forever. Okay, anyway. All right. So once I've decided what I'm going to use for my equation, right, I'm going to isolate one of the values, right? The first value that I'm going to isolate is X. In the second equation, because I hate these decimals drive me nuts, right? What you want to do is you either want to multiply. If I want to get rid of that, I got to multiply it by at least 100, right? But maybe I'm going to multiply by 1,000, right? If I multiply by 100, it'll make my life easier, right? Because I've saved it for X, if you look at it, because I've solved for X, the only thing I want to get rid of is that 0.05. So I'm going to multiply everything by 100. So now I get this. And so now the substitution of this part here, 500 minus y in for X, is going to be an easy distribution. And then we can easily add up all the numbers pretty easy. Make sense? That's it. And then you just got to solve by substitution. Now, because you guys were so good at the work yesterday and you understood what substitution was, we're doing a second day of substitution just to make sure that you guys understand what's going on. Okay, gonna